It's good to see you
again. It's
nice
to see you. I think we talked last time I was in Buenos Aires.
Yeah, no, and you were. It was before your event where you were going to talk to both candidates.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was before the summit.
You played a huge role in this campaign in many ways.
Well, I don't know about that, but I did have fun. I'm going to keep my day job.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed trying to draw out of people some of the things out of John and Barack that I don't think other people got to.
Well, you did. You got a lot of credit for that, for asking really unique questions of them and getting them talking about things that they really hadn't before, frankly, during the campaign. But you were very careful, I know, not to take sides in how you talked about McCain or Obama. Now that it's all over, though, give me your take on President-elect Obama. What kind of leader do you think he's going to be?
Well, I certainly think we ought to pray for him. The expectations are so sky high. I feel sorry for the guy. He's coming right into probably one of the biggest crises any president coming into office has ever faced with the economic crisis. It's amazing how organized their transition is. And I really think that as he's putting together a team, it's calming some fears, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Before the election, there were so many Christian conservatives who had deep suspicions about him, questions about his patriotism, questions about his faith even. And what's your message to those people as we prepare for his inauguration?
Well, my message is, first, America's spoken. We're in a democracy, and while half of the country, no matter who is elected, usually half of them didn't vote for you. So you never really have everybody behind you, but usually the first incoming president gets a honeymoon for a while, and I think we certainly need to support the president. We need to pray for him, and we need to wish him well. I mean, we wish for our country to do well, and we want our leader to do well.
His foremost challenge, I mean, a lot of challenges, as you just said, but is fixing the economy. The country is in a panic right now. I mean, people are feeling this in a way we haven't in decades. And you think there's a spiritual component here, that when it comes to money, in many ways, we've lost our way as a country.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, a lot of the things that made America great, we're not doing anymore economically. The historic Judeo-Christian values of thrift, savings, not spending more than you make. Americans used to save about 18% of our income. By the 80s, it had dropped about 4%. This last year, Americans spent more than they made. So we, on average, went in the hole. And we're living way beyond our means. And as a result, the chickens are coming home to roost. Now, that's not just in corporations. It's in families. I just finished a series at Saddleback where I talked about 4 major crises that a friend can go through. Divorce, depression, when a death has happened, and debt. And when I did the message on debt, the following week we asked, would you like to come to a workshop on budget management if your mortgage is upside down? We had over 4,000 people show up. So the people are really hurting right now.
This may seem like a strange question to ask a pastor, but everybody's talking about it. I'm going to ask you, do you think we should be bailing out the auto companies?
You know, I don't get into policy on that like that, but I do think that the typically thing is we often swing to extremes. And, you know, in the 30s, America decided that free market didn't work, and so we swung to, we're going to trust big government. By the end of the 70s, America had decided big government didn't work, and we're going to swing back to free market. Now we're seeing a swing again, and my feeling on this is that we move from wealth monopolization, which we've been in the last 3 or 4 years, to the other extreme of wealth redistribution. And I actually think the middle is wealth creation is where we need to be.